Hello everybody, this is Queen from Queen of Wands Tarot, and today we're going to be asking what advice and guidance does spirit guides have for you guys on whatever situation you're thinking about. These are just messages that will come through for whatever pile that you pick. So yeah, let's get into the pile. This is pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Think of a situation and we'll pick a pile. On pile number 1, we have the Spirit Quartz. On pile number 2, we have Clear Quartz. On pile number 3, we have Amethyst. So yeah, I will do a little section here if you want to meditate on the cards, on the crystals, whatever it may be, to pick your pile. If not, the timestamps are all down below, and I'll see you at your reading. Bye guys! Hello pile 1, if you guys chose this Spirit Quartz, then this is your message. It's like not focusing on it, but but yeah, this is your guidance on a certain situation, whatever situation you may be thinking of or you want clarity on. This is the guidance for that. So let's get into the reading. So let's check what the cards are. So the first card we have is the Magician. And we have the Moon. Then we also have the Sun. Alright, so this is actually, since these are all major arcana, this looks like a pretty either intense situation or an important situation that you're going through right now, or just in general, since major arcana obviously are the more bigger things in your life, I guess you could say. Okay, so starting off with the Magician right here. So the Magician right here is the master manifester. I feel like the first piece of advice here is to use all the resources at your disposal to succeed. You can create anything that you put your mind to if you envision it, make a plan, and execute it. I know that sounds like such like bullshit advice or like no-brainer advice, but the reason why I brought that up is because the Magician is one of the most powerful cards in the entire deck. So I feel like Spirit really wants you to remind you guys of your own power, your own personal power, and to empower you guys. Don't let your own self-limiting beliefs and the beliefs or opinions of others get in your head and in the way of the goals and ambitions that you have for right now, for the future, for whatever you're trying to create. Because the Magician can create anything that he puts his mind to. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot like this is your energy either right now or just in general, you are embodiment of this energy. So yeah, that's basically the first bit of advice, is to know your worth. When the Magician card comes out, he can get across any obstacle. He uses his talents, skills, ambitions, and resources to break through and to get the results he wants. So I feel like this guidance on your situation is really just to dig deep and ask yourself, what is truly holding you back? And if you don't have what you need at the moment, is there something else, like a person or a resource or a tool or an ability that you can use, or that you can, I keep wanting to say utilate, that's not a word. Utilize, there we go, to utilize to get to where you need to be. It's not saying that you're going to manifest everything all at once in one big lump sum, but it's about using, like on this card, he has, as you can see all down here, he has the swords, which is the thoughts, the actions, the expressions, the communication. He has the cups, which is his emotion, his intuition. He has the pentacles, which is the finances, the material things that he needs. And he also has the wands, which is the ambition, the drive, the passion. So it's really about finding the things that you need and also the things that you lack. He's not doing, I mean, the Magician is the master manifester, so he does do a lot by himself, but it's also saying to, if you don't have one of these things at your disposal, to see what you do have at your disposal to further this, whatever this is along that you're trying to accomplish. You have to put yourself out there and get out of your own comfort zone. With this Moon card right here, I feel like a lot of this might be subconscious fears that you're holding, like that are holding you back and holding you down. I know it's easier said than done to face your fears. I feel like it's like, face your fears. It's like, well, if we could all do that, then that'd be great. We'd all have no fears, right? But yeah, this could be some subconscious fears that you might not even realize that you have, or it could be some really deep fears that are just really hard, even if you are realizing that you have them, just really hard to overcome. Especially with this magician right here, I feel like you guys are more than powerful enough in this group to overcome these fears and any blocks in your mind. Basically, what I think this is saying is to make friends with failure, because it's only failure if you let it win, if you let it keep you down. I feel like in today's day and age, especially with social media and everything, everybody only wants to show you their ups, like where they are now, the successes, the good parts, whatever, but like everybody always has downs. That's the path of life, right? And obviously you don't want to fail so hard that you can't get back up again, but the thing here with the magician especially is that you guys, this will just be another tool in your belt. Basically, if you do have a failure or a setback or whatever, it will just be something that you can learn from, and from there go forward and you know, try a different tactic, pivot, do something differently. It'll just help you learn so you can learn for the future where you want to go. Yeah, the lessons that you learned will just be another tool at your disposal to propel you to the success and the clarity that you seek. Another message here with the moon is to listen to yourself, listen to your gut and your instincts, listen to your intuition. If something is telling you, or you feel like just something isn't right, maybe find another way, or like change tactics. Really listen to your instincts about other people and about things that you're doing, whether it be about other people, about work, job, career, finances, whatever it may be. This could be, like I said, in a kind of more, I don't want to say negative manner, but if you're feeling like something isn't right and it's not going to end well for you, or it's not going to be good for you, you know, definitely listen to your instincts on that. But this could also work in the form of like ideas and inspiration and random insights that you get, and just kind of being like, I don't know how I know this or why I'm feeling this, but trusting your instincts and trusting your gut, trusting what it's saying. Because with this moon card right here, this will definitely help guide you on the right path. So pay attention to your nighttime dreams as well with this moon. The moon could talk about dreaming, whether that be daydreaming or like nighttime sleeping. Especially with the sun right here, this could be even like your daydreams and goals and aspirations in that sense. One of the things I always say is the Most High wouldn't give you this dream, this aspiration, if you weren't meant to handle it. That's not saying it's going to be plopped into your lap and given to you easily. But yeah, listen to like what you feel and how you're feeling on this. If some of you in this pile are more of into like manifestation, law of attraction, meditation, and or like rituals, this could definitely be saying during certain moon cycles and during certain even sun cycles with this, that you could definitely do well by doing those meditations, rituals, whatever it may be during certain moon cycles or certain sun cycles too. The last bit of advice with the sun card right here is to be unapologetically you. You were meant to shine your light and be light for others. Do not dim yourself or let anyone else dim you. The sun is honestly such an interesting card. Like, what is going on here? Like, there's the sun in the background, there's sunflowers, there's this like red flag, there's a baby riding naked on a horse. Like, what is going on? It's totally a vibe though. So basically it's saying to be unapologetically, I can't even say that, unapologetically, authentically you in your truest and brightest form. The sun also speaks of clarity. Obviously, I'm sure you guys have heard of like after the sun shining through after a cloudy day or something. So this could be just like clarity in things. Don't overcloud things. Don't overthink things to the point of detrimenting you, that you know, can't find your truth in whatever the situation may be. All right, so now I'm going to pull some oracle cards. Pull these on camera and we'll see what is the guidance on this situation, whatever situation you are asking about. What guidance is there on the situation, whatever situation you are asking about? Let's see what else this comes through. All right, so, oh, I meant to do 3 before flipped over, so we'll keep it. All right. Yeah, look at the one that actually flipped over. The only one that flipped over was Celestial, Possibility, Connect, Infinite Soul Path. That was literally what I was just saying with the sun. This is like what you guys were meant to be doing, especially when I was speaking of like the Most High wouldn't give you something that, you know, like such aspirations, dreams, and goals that you weren't meant to achieve. Obviously, you might have to pivot. You might have to kind of change tactics, gears a little bit. It might not turn out exactly how you planned, but the basics was there, right? Your soul knows what it wants to do. And with the sun here, like I was saying, to be unapologetically you and to just shine your truest, brightest light in your most happy, true form. This will just lead you to whatever success you were looking for with this Magician card. So that's really cool that that came out. So let's see what else there is. Remembrance, remembering, love, loss, healing. That kind of goes back into what I was saying with the Magician card. I felt like I don't know why, I felt the need to bring up like failures and learning from your failures and that kind of being another tool under your disposal. But this is something that I totally think feeds into that. Remembrance, remembering, love, loss, healing. Healing from those wounds of maybe that you felt like you failed, you weren't good enough, you didn't succeed in the way that you thought you would, whether it be like in relationship, career, whatever it is. The Magician saying that this is just another tool at your disposal to remember the lessons that you've learned and to move forward and to kind of carve yourself from those lessons. Like I said, we all have good and bad times. It's going to happen. It's what you make of those things. And I'm not making light of anything that might have happened in the situation that you guys are asking about. I'm not at all. But it's like you can't go back and change the past. So what can you do? You can only see where you're going to take this into the future. And that's, you know, that's how you learn from it. That's how you use it as another tool at your disposal to move forward. I like get out of breath when I do these. Create! Okay, so yeah, definitely create dynamic, inspiring energy gifts. I was feeling like a lot of people might have asked this situation might be like a career, life purpose type of thing. It doesn't have to be, but yeah, I was getting that vibe with this, especially with the sun and the Magician and the moon. Yeah, just create what makes you happy. Listen to yourself, listen to your instincts. Inspiring energy gifts. These are your gifts. Like I kept saying, these are your gifts to the world. You are meant to share this light with people in whatever form that it's going to, you know, work for you. So yeah, just create. All right, let's see the last card, and then I will pull from one more deck. Messages, synchronicity, memory, minds, and healing. This is just going straight back into the moon card right here. I told you guys, you are getting more intuitive insights than you might realize. Whether you want to call it intuitive insights, gut feeling, instinct, whatever it may be to you. Just kind of knowing, being like, oh, this will be a good idea. And maybe nobody else sees the vision, but you know, you see the vision. You know you have what it takes to accomplish this vision. Like you see it through. Like listen to those instincts, listen to those insights. Don't listen to what other people are saying, because you have these deeper insights, these deeper like soul messages that are coming forward for you to accomplish whatever this is. So I love that. And then we'll do one last card. I love these. These are, I actually don't know what these are called. Let me see. The Wild Mystic Oracle deck. I try not to get them like, because it's like the shiny, so I try not to have it wear off, because when you shuffle them it wears off, but we'll see. All right, what is one last, jeez. What is one last piece of guidance, piece of advice for pile one on this certain situation? On whatever situation that they asked. What is one last piece of guidance? One last piece of advice. Alright, let's get one last piece of advice and guidance for you guys. We'll read this out of the book for you. What does it say? Wisdom! This is so great. I should have said it earlier, because I was actually looking around and I was seeing like all the animals, and I saw the owl, and then this popped up, and also the cats. I know there's like also a crow and stuff like that, but the cats were really sticking out to me as well. So cats could be important for you guys, or like an owl. I don't know if like it's a physical owl or like an owl totem or something like that, but yeah, I was just noticing that earlier, and then that popped out. So okay, so the owl, it says owl wisdom. This card represents learning and wisdom. In ancient Greece, the owl was associated with Athena, the goddess of wisdom. The owl card is the sage, the teacher, the mentor, and the shaman. This card may symbolize the passing of knowledge on from one person to another and the sharing of wisdom within a community or a group. The owl may urge you to lead by example. It is a card of authoritative guidance and asks you to learn from those who are more knowledgeable and experienced than yourself. It advises you to deliberate carefully on a decision, but not to the point of paralysis, for your own wisdom and the wisdom you gather from those you trust will guide you along the right path. Didn't I say those exact words? Didn't I say do not overthink things to the point of detriment? And this literally said the same thing. That is crazy. So whatever you guys are doing or thinking of with this situation that you picked this pile, it looks like a pretty big thing, and Spirit is basically saying to just trust yourself, trust your instinct, trust your guidance. Like I said, failure is not the end. It's only the end if you let it be. And you know, maybe if you hit a roadblock and you decide this isn't meant for you anymore, that's part of the journey. That's part of what it should be. Maybe you hit a roadblock and you're like, this is what I'm meant to do, and you find a way to go through it, go around the roadblock, or get assistance to, you know, remove the roadblock. I don't know what your question is, but yeah, this is the advice and guidance that I'm pulling for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below if you like this reading, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys. Hello pile 2, if you guys chose this clear quartz and this is your reading, I love this. I mean, I love all my crystals, but yeah. So yeah, it's going to be about what guidance and what messages does Spirit have for you on whatever situation you are thinking of. So let's get into it. Alright, so your first card is the Wheel of Fortune. Then you have the Knight of Swords. And finally you have the Knight of Wands. It's a lot of movement. So right off the bat, the messages that I'm getting here are kind of along the lines of being at the right place at the right time, and also like opportunity can only dance with those who are already on the dance floor. Hope that makes sense. With all this movement here, you might be looking for like the right time and place to like literally move, to move, like movement with money or career in some way, shape, or form. But yeah, let's get into it. So the Knight of Swords is action-oriented, ambitious, thinks fast on his feet, driven to succeed. And the Knight of Wands is straight up energy, movement, passion, courage, drive, basically life force energy. And the fact that they're both charging for the Wheel of Fortune, which stands for luck, opportunity, success, life cycles, destiny, all that sort of stuff, fate, if you will. You guys have either already gained the insight you need, already gained the experience you need, or you are willing and able to be able to receive the insight and experience that you need to learn new things if you need to do it. You're able to pivot if you need to pivot and change, you know, your ways forward, your strategies, your ideas. And then you're combining this knowledge and life experience with the ambition, the courage, determination, and passion that is the Knight of Wands, to keep you guys going to whatever you are trying to chase, whatever path you've chosen to take. The advice here is to go after whatever that you are seeking, whatever you're looking for, because you've done the preparation that you could do at this point, and you have done you have the right amount of energy to go get whatever it is that you're looking for at this point. And I feel like the luck is just shining down on your side. It's only a matter of time. The wheel always spins, right? It's only a matter of time if you keep up this energy and this drive and determination, and you keep, you know, changing tactics, thinking quickly on your feet. It's only a matter of time before this wheel spins in your favor. Luck, fate, whatever you want to call it, the cycles of life are shining in your favor, and the only thing that you guys need to do is do so that when this opportunity finally opens up, so that when the time is right, for that when you know, the fate of whatever is working out in your favor, then you're finally here because you're already charging for it. Does that make any sense? You're just waiting for the opening on this wheel to be where you want it to be in the cycle of life. Like I said, for some of you, this might be changing jobs, careers, starting your own business, planning something big in your life, like a move, a big marriage, whatever it may be. Something where you've just had to do your research and think things through, maybe calculate costs, look up information, demographics, study something, or go to school for something, whatever it is. The two knights together are saying that now is the time. It's now or never, basically, to mix your analytical mind and your analytical, like, ways through problems, your problem solving, with your passion, and to basically charge forward like these knights are doing, because the universe is on your side too with this. The fortune is smiling at you in your favor. It's like the perfect storm working in your favor right now. Yeah. I know that sounds really plain and simple, but the only thing I'm seeing here is just kind of keep up this energy, keep up this quick thinking. I keep getting like this sort of visual in my mind. Just keep up pivoting. That's the thing I should say. You know, keep learning as you go. Keep learning to change tactics for things that better suit you, and keep up the drive and the energy, because this wheel is definitely going to be turning in your favor with whatever the situation that is that you're asking. I keep hearing like career in my head. Maybe some of you guys are looking for career placements. It doesn't have to be career, but I don't know why. I'm just feeling like some of you are looking for career advancements, changing careers, looking for the perfect job, whatever it is. It's like it's just like about timing, and it's not anything that you can do right now. It's about the wheel or the cycle in life, the cycle in the world too, to be able to meet you halfway where you're at, right? You can't get the perfect job if there is no job opening for that position, right? You can't meet the perfect person if the perfect person for you is, you know, not ready to meet somebody. It's just about waiting for this part to change. And with the Wheel of Fortune showing up right here, I don't think you guys are going to have to wait long. But like I said, it's all about cycles and timing in life and just waiting for things that are out of your control, which kind of sucks, I know. But just kind of like keeping up your energy, your side of what you're doing until you meet the perfect cycles and the perfect time to do stuff. Because things are going to open up for you one way or another in whatever this is that you're asking. Okay, so let's get into some oracle cards. We got some right here. We'll pull them on camera and see what else we can add to this with what guidance they have on your situation, whatever situation it is that you're asking about. I thought I was done with this part, but I kind of just thought of something else. I don't know why, but it's kind of like this example just came to mind. Maybe some of you guys are entrepreneurs and you're using like social media to do that. It's kind of like all the social media platforms right now are creating up new ways to make money, like YouTube right here. YouTube just came out with YouTube Shorts, and like they're changing the algorithms to connect the shorts to your longer form content. Just all these different pathways are being opened, I guess you could say, and that's kind of the feel I'm getting here. So it's not about what you're doing. You could have been a creator for, you know, a year ago, 2 years ago. It's just saying that there's more pathways being open right now to kind of meet your creations to where you want to go. So like maybe finally now you can do shorts, and because you have so much here of the creations that you've already made, now with the shorts tab you can get more traffic to your business or get more traffic to your page or whatever it may be. This is just an example because I wanted to kind of give you guys a real world example, because I feel like I was a little bit out there with my example I gave earlier. So all right, I think you guys understand what I'm saying. So let's get this card. What other guidance advice do you have on piles 2 situation? Let's see what they say. All right. So what do we have? We have harmony, balance, energy, breath, and flow. We have adventure, laughter, spontaneous, natural renewal. Yeah, I knew I felt movement here in some way or another. You guys are searching for something, whether it be like a new job, a new house, a new relationship. I don't know. You guys are definitely like on an adventure in some way, shape, or form. Curiosity, experience, play, uncover, ask. And then we also have protection, armament, strength, boundaries, and aura. Put it over here. Yeah, with this curiosity card right here, it's kind of what I was saying before. You can't really, it's not that you can't, it's a lot harder to find an opportunity if you're not asking about it, or if you're not trying to uncover it, you know what I mean? Or if you're not experiencing something involving that opportunity, it's a lot harder to figure out, you know, that it's open, that it's there. So I feel like that's what you guys are doing as well with this like adventure that you're on right now. And harmony, balance, energy, breath, and flow. Yeah, this is literally what I was saying before. I feel like you guys just have to keep these two in balance. So keep chasing after like whatever this is, whether it be like physical movement, wherever you're physically traveling, or if it's a energetic movement, just being like passionate and chasing after new career goals, career dreams. It doesn't have to be career. I keep hearing career. So if it's not career, like I said, you can replace that with relationship, whatever it may be, anything that's like passion and fire related. But balancing that with the practical side here of, you know, fast thinking on your feet, problem solving, analytical, ambition, things like that, and just chasing after what you want. It's all about the harmony and the balance of these two to meet this perfect opportunity that is coming for you in this life. And then all I can think about for protection is literally it's what it says is to protect yourself in whatever way you guys seem like you need to. So maybe that might be from other people who try and take advantage of you and your time with this, who might be trying to pull you back from this, from chasing what it is you want, setting boundaries against that, just setting whatever boundaries and protections that you need against, you know, other people, other things that might hold you down from reaching this opportunity that's waiting for you. Alright, and then lastly we'll do this one deck and I'll read it out of the book. This is the Wild Mystic Oracle deck, and we'll see what advice, guidance, the Spirit have for you guys for whatever situation you are asking about. This looks like fun. Whatever you guys are doing, it looks like fun. Like, I'm not saying that you won't reach, you know, there won't be trials and tribulations. There's always up and downs in life, which is literally the Wheel of Fortune right here. But if whatever you guys are chasing after, it just seems like a long time coming. And if not like a physical long time, then it's like you spent a lot of your time and energy on it. It might not have been like, you know, years and years and years, but it might have been maybe like 10 hours a day that you're learning something and, you know, trying new things for a business or a project or whatever it may be. It just seems like a long time coming. It's kind of the vibe I'm getting. But yeah, it seems like it's going to be very like lighthearted, like this says, adventure, laughter, nature, renewal. So whatever this is, I'm kind of getting like new vibes from this, like Fool energy from whatever it is that you guys are chasing. But I just think that this needs to happen first. And once again, this could be totally out of your control. This could just be like even world cycles not ready to meet you where you're at, or like, you know, like I said before, like jobs or whatever. Maybe the position isn't open yet or whatever it may be. All right, anyways, I gotta stop blabbling so I can shuffle these cards. Hold on. All right, what guidance have for pile 2? Guidance does Spirit have for pile 2? Something fell out. Let's see. Ooh, mystery in reverse. It's a cat. This is what it looks like upright. Interesting. And then on the back of the deck, there's kindness. Okay, so I already know what this says, but I am going to read it out of the book, but I'm getting something about this. That's why I just want to kind of like throw it out there before I read the passage. But it's kind of saying to me that just because something goes wrong or something, you know, maybe bad happens, doesn't necessarily mean it's a deterrent or that it's going to completely stop you from getting what you want, from getting where you want to be with this. It kind of feels like a redirection in a way. Obviously not everything, but yeah, it just feels like a redirection more than like, this is talking about how black cats are bad omens or whatever, but like, is a black cat a bad omen, or are you just superstitious about the black cat and therefore you maybe create your own negative energy, and you know what I mean, then you kind of create the own self-fulfilling prophecy of the bad cat being a bad omen. Does that make any sense? It's like, not everything that seems to go wrong or that is bad is actually bad. It's kind of all about perspective. So that's what I'm getting off of that, but I'll just read the passage from the book and then we'll wrap it up for you guys. Okay, so it says, on the surface, the reversal of this card reading may warn you of ill omens, malicious individuals, or ill wishes. The black cat has often been maligned by folklore and Christian history as a potent for bad luck and evil. This is primarily a result of the demonization of cats as witches familiars during the European and early American witch trials, and has sadly endured as a superstitious today. The shadow reading of this card may warn you against seeing misfortune or curses where there are none. Superstitions can be a simple coincidence, and bad luck does not necessarily indicate a curse. Yeah, so this is what I was going back to about something that might have gone wrong, but it might not actually be like something that went wrong. Does that make any sense? For example, there's somebody I know who went to go get a house in the past, like, I think it was year, and they were super upset because it ended up falling through last minute, and it seemed like that had gone wrong. And then lo and behold, there was a really horrible hurricane that hit that area where the house would have been. And I mean, I don't know if that specific house is still standing or not, but the area was really damaged from the hurricane. And it just goes to show that even though that person thought that this was a bad thing, that it went wrong, you know, that this wasn't a good thing for them, that if they had gotten that house, they would have had a destroyed house, you know what I mean, and they would have been monetarily stuck in that contract with the house and everything. They would have had to fix it and all that stuff. So they ended up getting a house in a different place that didn't get hit by a hurricane, and it worked out so much better. So yeah, that's just an example of something that might have, you know, gone wrong or is bad, and you know, might not actually be down the road that bad for you. It might have been something that was almost like a redirection into a place that you were actually meant to be, or with somebody who you were actually meant to meet, or something like that. anyways, that is all I have for you guys in pile 2. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, comment down below if this resonated for you, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye guys. Hello pile 3. If you guys chose this amethyst crystal, then this is your reading. I love this crystal. Okay, put it over here. So yeah, this is about what guidance does Spirit have for a certain situation that you are either thinking or asking about, and we're just going to see what they say. So let's get into it. These are your cards. So you have the 9 of Swords. Then we have the 2 of Wands. And finally we have, oh my god, I dropped it. Oh my goodness gracious. Alright, hold on. Oh, finally we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. I feel like you guys are so stressed out, and let me finish because I know some people are going to be like, well, yeah, of course we're stressed out because have you seen the world? But yeah, I feel like you guys are so stressed out to the point where of the future and like what's going to happen, to the point of like it's detrimenting you and might even be affecting your sleep. Like this person right here can't actually sleep because he's scared of all the swords right here. There's a lot of like mental anguish. There's a lot of fears, anxieties, that sort of thing. It's like a lot of stress, but to the point of literally detrimenting you. This could be detrimenting your health, detrimenting the way that you can actually function or think about things clearly. Like it's just, there's just so much anxiety, stress, and fear here, to the point of like, I feel like you can't even like almost move. I don't know why. If not like move, but definitely sleep, and sleep well and rest well, you know what I mean? Because you're always like, but what if this happens, or I need to figure out this and that, and it's always like something in your head, because the swords are all about communication, are all about expression, thoughts, patterns, and stuff like that. So this could even be things people are saying to you, or this could just be things that you are internalizing yourself from whatever source that you may have got it from, whether it be another person, the news, you know, social media, just things in your own life that are just really weighing you down. It's just a lot of stresses about the future and about things that you might have had planned, or you might want to plan, that you feel like you can't either do it, or you just feel so stressed and anxious about it that it's just like weighing you down really heavily. The advice here, and I know this is so much easier said than done, believe me guys, like I know, is to try and put all of this energy into here and now. Whenever you feel like this, try to ground yourself. Try to really take a breath, take a deep breath, and really settle back into yourself, and don't get so wrapped up into this whirl of anxiousness, stress, and anxiety that you can't think or function straight, right? Just really try to ground yourself and be here in the now. Be present. What can you do right here, right now, to be able to help the future events that you're stressing over? What can you do right here, right now, to help yourself tomorrow, to help yourself next week, to help yourself next year, 10 years from now? The 9 of Swords is usually indicating of something that is worse in your head and worse in your heart than it actually is in reality. I'm not saying that anxiety, fear, and depression, sadness, whatever it may be, aren't real. Obviously, they're very, very real, but the guides here are really just telling you guys to ground yourself, to breathe. I feel like you're just building up on this so much. You know, it might be a stressful situation, but you guys are making it even more stressful in your head by overthinking it, thinking about it more and more and more, and it's just like building up. And believe me, I know obviously anxiety and all of that stuff is not easy to calm down. I'm very aware of that, but I just think you guys need to find something, because if you stay in this, it's only going to detriment you more. Don't build something up so much in your head to the point that it's crippling your here and now, because how do you affect the future? Every single moment, every single thing that you do in the moment is what the future is of, right? So the future is resulting of your present actions. So if your present actions are sitting here stressing and being overly anxious about things to the point that you can't move, can't breathe, can't sleep, it's not going to help your future, right? It's not going to help your tomorrow. So what can you do about this? So obviously, like I said, grounding will really help some of you guys. Going for a walk, going outside, taking time to write, to draw, to journal things out, to talk to somebody that you trust about this, to maybe talk to a professional if it's like that bad, to really just like get it out and get some clarity in there so that you can think straight. It might not solve the problem right away of whatever causes stress, but it could help you think straight to be able to at least try and take control over this stress and this anxiety that you have. Taking a bath. I know some people are going to be like, I don't have time to draw, I don't have time to journal, but we all take showers and baths. you know what I mean? Do some breath work in the bath, in the shower, like literally going into nature, singing, just like being around clear-headed people, hanging out with your animals. I can't obviously solve that part for you guys. You guys are gonna have to figure out on your own what can get you down from this, but just know that this is not, this is very hurtful for you and detrimental for you, and it's just not, being stuck in this cycle isn't going to help you, you know, well, get out of the cycle, but it isn't going to help your mental health, your physical health, or anything like that either. Basically just one step at a time here. I feel like for some people this is definitely financial, and yeah, I feel like a lot of people are probably already getting aggravated at me because this is not what they wanted to hear, but for some it might not have been the outcome that you hoped or that you expected, that the way it ended wasn't how you thought it was going to be, whatever the situation is. So yeah, I just want to tell you a little story so you know I'm not saying this like to be like calm down out of nowhere, but I remember when I was younger, I was obviously struggling and there was a couple times I couldn't pay my rent on time, and it was extremely stressful and anxious, and you know, obviously that definitely kept me up at night, just being so stressed about not paying my rent. I was afraid I wouldn't have a place to live. So what I did is I went for a walk, I came back, cleared my head, talked to my leasing office, and found out that there was like a 5-day thing, like window where you had to pay it, and yeah, there was a late fee and everything, but it gave me money, it gave me time to come up with the money, right? So I had calmed down with that walk, and then I went to somebody with a clear head who can give me answers, who, you know, wasn't really gonna affect them either way. They didn't, you know, talking to my roommate at the time wasn't gonna help because they were freaking out because I didn't have the right money. So I went to the leasing office and talked to her where she could actually give me real answers. And so after I did all that, I picked up extra shifts and then paid the late fee and my rent and figured it out. So I'm just giving you an example of like a real life situation that I had, just to let you guys know that I've been in certain similar situations. So I'm not saying like don't stress out, you know, I feel for you, I really do. I know it's so much easier said than done to get out of that place of mind, but I just feel like the advice here really is to just do something for you that's going to help you not stress over these future events, or not stress out about whatever it is the situation is that you planned on going a certain way, not going that way. Especially here with the Wheel of Fortune, because it's just saying that life cycles happens. This is a cycle in your life, and you know, the wheel is always turning, so this isn't going to stay this way forever, right? And since this is up, I feel like you guys are really ending on a positive note here. I feel like luck is really going to be turning on your side. This is all about like destiny, fortune, luck, like I said, life cycles, just things really turning on your side. Karma, if somebody else did this to you, this could speak of karma too. But yeah, it's in the upright version, which speaks of, you know, success and just like feeling like you won the lottery, that type of thing coming through. So just find a way to get through the now, today, to ground, to help, you know, get yourself out of this mental anxiety, out of this depression, out of whatever it may be. And just know that new life cycles are coming in. And yeah, that's pretty much all I can say about that for right now. So let's see what other advice we have with these oracle cards. What advice do we have for pile 3? What guidance, I guess, with this situation? What guidance do we have with this situation for pile 3? So guys, what guidance do you have for this situation with pile 3? All right, let's see what they said. Enchanted, childlike, wonder, fey gateways. You know what? This is so, I love this because this really reminds me of like healing your inner child, getting out of this, you know, anxious state, whatever this may be, especially if it's like a super, like an adult burden. That sounds really weird to say, an adult burden, but you know what I mean? Something that comes from being, you know, an adult with responsibilities. Kind of go back into this childlike place, heal your inner child, you know what I mean? This could be in the form of watching movies you used to like, nostalgic things, whatever it may be, just something that's really going to lift up your spirits and make you feel better. Maybe you like to draw as a kid, so you can go back and draw, play a video game for a little bit to get out of it, you know what I mean? Whatever is going to help you get out of this is going to help you overall. It's not a waste of time, so it's definitely worth it. And I feel like this is just saying something about, you know, kind of going into something that's nostalgic and will make you feel safe and comforted again, like I said, like a movie or a game or something that you used to do and have a lot of joy and happiness in doing when you're younger. And then we have threshold, perception, surrender, dissolve, illusion. Yeah, I feel like a lot of this is more in your head than anything else. I'm not saying the situation isn't, you know, stressful or bad or whatever, but a lot of it I think is your perception of it, and you're kind of just like spinning yourself around and around and around in your head and making it a little bit worse for yourself. And this is all about getting a new perspective, whether it be talking to somebody else, grounding yourself, whatever it may be, just getting a clear head so you're not making this worse for yourself. And then we have hidden, wisdom, elements, wisdom, elementals, fairy, uncover. That's an interesting one. And then confidence, assured, motivation, oneness, positivity. I'm literally going to put this over here because I just said, like, this is literally telling me right here with this Wheel of Fortune that you guys don't need to worry as much as you are, because this is literally, you are going to end on a happy note here. There's a new cycle approaching, whatever it may be. And for you guys, it's really going to be positive, like it says here, assured, motivation, oneness, positivity. It's all about taking back your personal power, taking back what you can take back, and that is definitely what you do in the moment, you know what I mean, what you do right now. Are you going to spend this next hour anxious and thinking just really bad thoughts and, you know, feeling like you can't get out of this no matter what you try? Or are you going to take your personal power back and be like, you know what, this is what it is, it's not the best situation, it does suck, okay, what can I do from here? You know what I mean? I just feel like there's something really good on the horizon for you guys, but we got to get you out of this first. So, and then with hidden, all I can think of is there's like more that you don't see about the situation. And once again, I'm just getting the feeling that it's going to end on a good note for you guys, and that all of this pain and suffering that you're kind of not causing yourself, because I feel like this situation is maybe out of your control with this Wheel of Fortune here, but there might be a lot of pain and suffering that is just, you know, added on by yourself with this situation. And you can definitely you can't control what happens, you know what I mean, with other people. You can't control what happens within the world, but you definitely can control yourself and your own reaction to it. And I'm not saying to not let this anxiety, this stress out. You definitely need to do that, but don't let it consume you, you know? All right, so what is the last bit of advice? We have this deck that I've been shuffling. What is the last bit of advice for pile 3? And I will read this out of the book. So, all right, what is the last bit of advice for pile 3? Oh, create! I love that. Okay, and then power. What did I say about your personal power? Literally. Okay, so I'm going to read this out of the book, but the first thing I wanted to say is that this reminded me of the childlike wonder, Faye Gateways. Yeah, creating something that, like, you've loved for a while. So, like, if you've always wanted to, I don't know, start a YouTube channel and create videos or something like that, like, do that. If you always wanted to paint, or you like painting, or you always wanted to start writing a book, do that. As long as it doesn't add to your stress and is something that you really like doing. I can't think of any other way to say it besides, like, this is like a childlike, joy. It's like, you know what I mean, not burdened down by the stresses of life in adulthood. And it's just something that I feel like you guys would really benefit from right now, especially with this create card right here. This could also be saying, if you guys are stressed financially, that by creating something, whether it be art, music, you know, something on the internet, which a lot of people, I feel like maybe don't think of that as creation, but sorry, I had to change my battery, so if it looks different, that's why. But as I was saying, just create something that you know, have wanted to create that isn't going to stress you out and that is going to help you in the future. This could even be some people, maybe it isn't a specific, like, thing that happened right now that you're stressing about, but it could just be like your life purpose, or, like, I don't mean to put that in quotes, but you know what I mean, your life purpose, or like what you're meant to do, like that type of stuff. And it could just be like create, and, you know, that's what you're meant to do. You're supposed to create something, you know what I mean? But anyways, before I blab for much longer, let's get the actual book definition, and then yeah, we'll finish it up. So it says, spider create. This card represents creativity in weaving one's imagination into being. By weaving our individual stories into words, music, dance, art, or any creation of our making, we craft a web of ourself for others to view. The spider card urges you to use your creativity and vision to explore your inner self and express it honestly. Druids believe that the spider is a weaver of the written word. The Druid Ogham alphabet, when its crossed lines, may be found in a web of a spider. The web may be seen as interconnecting stories and pathways, or a woven spiral from the past to the future. Many cultures see the spider as a weaver of fate and fortune. The card spider may be a message to create your own destiny. In the West African and Caribbean culture, a Nazi is a spider with a human face who represents creativity, stories, cunning, and wit. Largely formed from oral tradition, stories containing a Nazi were passed from West African to the Caribbean islands during the transatlantic slave trade. A Nazi's ability to outwit his oppressors and gain the upper hand made him a powerful symbol of the slave resistance. The symbol of the spider may be the symbol of power of words and stories in fighting injustice. I love that for you guys. I feel like that was just like what we needed in this. I wish I pulled that first actually, but yeah, I feel like you guys need to, you're creatives and you know, for whatever reason either aren't doing that or you're doubting yourself or whatever it may be. And with this Wheel of Fortune right here, man, like you need to, I understand in the moment it can seem hard. Believe me, I'm on the same path as you, I understand. But with this Wheel of Fortune right here, it's like, it's coming. You're just waiting for your time. It's coming. So yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below what either your thoughts on the reading or anything that you want to say or add. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye guys.